There we go. Hi, guys. My name is Pin.Valentine, and this is Catching Up. Tonight, we actually have some topics unlike last week, which was more of a freeform thing. We got some stuff about Donald Trump, Chelsea Manning, hackers with Disney. That's some good stuff in there. Stephen Fry, which nobody ever talks about, but we're going to because we can. Tonight on my panel, we have Thaddeus Trill, also known as the Young Trillion. He makes some
Yeah.
good, well, he makes music. I'm assuming people think it's good. I'm not into that type of music myself.
Oh,
And then we have Stevie, whose information is not yet in the description, but it will be after the show.
he's a YouTuber. That's all you need to know.
That's about it. And mine and Trill's links are in the description currently. Check them out after the show.
Yeah.
Thank you. I would have liked to partially introduce myself. But
Okay.
It's
Hey,
what
just-
the
just-
host does, you know.
Oh yeah, man. Of
That's
course.
what I gotta do. Tell us about yourself.
Well, first thing, clearly I need to get a new profile picture because I look nothing like that anymore.
Yeah.
And so you, like, at first glance, I thought your profile picture was a baseball.
Wait. You liked it? You didn't like it when?
It's okay. I don't look like my picture either.
You mean you're trying to tell me you looked like that at one point?
Dude, if Thaddeus looks like his, I am concerned.
Okay. I'm just
I
saying.
wouldn't be. I'd be attractive.
Well, hey, if your profile picture if you look like a P with a V like that would be kind of weird too. So I mean,
It is on my body, though.
oh,
It is on
either
my
way, it doesn't matter.
Thaddeus, your body
Just
would
whatever
just
you
be
wanna show.
warped in all sorts of ways. Just
Either
Sexy.
way. Either way.
So, Trill, you were saying something about your music before we started. What was that?
Oh, yeah, interesting. A friend sent me something on Facebook, and usually I don't really look at some of this stuff. It's like someone just tags me and something's like, whatever. So it's a friend is like, chances are he's tagged me in something stupid where it's like it's some sort of meme or whatever. It's like, oh, hey, this reminded me of you. It's like, yeah, I don't really care. But I clicked on it anyhow, and it was actually this picture from for the Showcase tour, which is like this tour, I guess, that goes around Canada or whatever. And they were looking for rappers, and I make rap music. So I left my email there because I had a whole bunch of people that had a whole bunch of emails left there. So I was like, hey, might as well leave my email there. Might as well, right? So left my email. Next thing you know, a few days go by, and they actually contact me and they say, oh, hey, it's like, we want you in the show. And that was an email. And then it was like, I'm supposed to send them like one of my tracks. I was like, oh, great. If there's one thing I haven't been doing the best at, is been keeping up to date with recent music that best describes my talents in that now. Because I have a really bad habit of not finishing projects. So it's like, oh, great. The only thing I have is stuff from my past. So it's like, okay, I guess I'll just send them the most recent thing, because that's like going to be the best because of how like just how much time goes past that I actually release a track. So I sent them something that was the most recent, and it's like, oh, I hope they like this. It's like, I don't know. And then they actually, yeah, I know. It's like that moment where you want to send them something really good and you can't. And it's like, oh, great, I have to send them something from 2015. Perfect. So I ended up sending them a track. I thought, yeah, okay, it's good enough, right? Hopefully, it's like I kind of go into myself, like, cross my fingers metaphorically, like, I hope they like this. And then reply back, and it's like, oh yeah, we want you on the show. So I got accepted, and then it's like, can you just tell us, like, where you are, so we can send you some instructions. Three different places that are touring, something like Montreal, Vancouver,
Vegas.
somewhere else in Canada. Like, this is like a Canada thing that's going on right now.
Damn.
I think they do stuff in America too, but I'm not sure what the details are at that. So anyways,
Well, if you come to Vegas, say hi.
I asked them about that, and the thing is that they sent me a lot of these, like these instructions. And the thing with the instructions is that they're very, very complex instructions about like how to set up. It's like, so you can get your tickets in by this amount of time and all this stuff. And it's like, in a way, I've reading is like, hang on, it's like the way you're wording this, I could be wrong, but it's like, artist, and if you're setting up the venue, I myself shouldn't have to pay for anything, right?
You should.
And I'm looking at this. It's like, this doesn't seem right. And I actually, asked my dad about it. And when he searched it up, it's like, he was kind of convinced that it was like a scam or whatnot. That, it seems legit, but you don't know for sure if it's like real or not. And I'm going to myself, well, shoot, this actually might be a scam. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to go home. I'm going to do my own research. And I searched up, and it's like, you know what? They have an official website and stuff, and there seems to be some success stories of some people that won because there is a little bit of a contest aspect to it as well. And now I'm at the point where I'm basically trying to get more information from them, emailing back and forth, and now I really don't know what to think. But if there's anything significant that happens with that, I guess I'll let you guys know. But so far, it's kind of like I'm going to be cautious.
Yeah, you know,
because if I go somewhere and it turns out it's not a scam, it's like some sort of scam.
Don't
like,
give them any money, Trill, unless they're going to be producing you a video. Then you would have to pay.
Oh yeah, would do it.
People watching, if you would do anything artistic, you write, you want to act, voice act, whatever it is, and you go to a studio and they ask you to pay money, you tell them to shove it up their ass. Because they're scamming you. Don't do it. Okay, unless you're taking classes like I'm going to be, because then you kind of have to pay.
Yeah.
But, I do. I mentioned in brief last week that I have to edit down the video.
Yep.
And Trill, you know this. I had some trouble with some of my software. I now have that corrected, and I will be beginning that on last week's episode tonight, as fast as I can to get it all out, and then this one as soon as I can. Hopefully, it'll all be done before next week.
Yeah. I don't say I didn't send you any help, because there's like that clipconverter.com I sent you.
No, yeah, I did look into
that. I totally helped. By the way, do you mean that you've already recorded the second podcast? Am I on the third right now, or the second?
This is the second. This is the second.
The first one that we're talking about. He's talking about editing it down to little chunks. So if people want to see a part where we talk about a very specific news story or whatnot,
okay.
You know, they don't separate into little
podcasts, most of which probably wouldn't be
separate into little highlights.
I was zoned out. I was mesmerized by like the circles that are moving around on the screen right now.
Dude, like you see them too, dude?
Yeah, I thought I was the only one.
Fuck, what are in these shrooms, dude? God damn. Did you swallow any marijuanas today, Thad?
Oh man, I thought I didn't, but I'm not so sure anymore. Because if I'm seeing the circles and you're seeing the circles, man, I gotta be smoking the same stuff you are.
No, you swallow the needles, man.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I was actually smoking the needles, but I didn't know you're supposed to swallow them, because I kind of figured that would kind of scratch my throat on the way down. So,
well, shall we jump into things? Because we have some interesting things.
I mean, we kind of said Donald Trump and this stuff and that stuff at the very beginning, and then we got into like stuff
right
away.
We'll get to Donald in a second. I want to start with probably, out of all these stories, probably the most boring one, but it's still pretty important if you ask me.
Most boring? Come on, man. You can't do that.
A lot of people are interested in this type of shit. I don't know why. This is an important story. It's an insanely important story, and it's changing the country in which it happened.
Oh, okay.
Are you guys familiar with Stephen Fry?
Stephen Fry. Yeah, I am.
Absolutely not.
He is a I want to say he's a British actor, comedian, philosopher. He might not be a philosopher. He might be a mathematician. I'm not entirely sure. But according to this, he might actually be. No, he is British. Okay. He's a British comedian, actor, and philosopher. He's an atheist who speaks with people like Richard Dawkins a lot. And I suppose he's been living in Ireland. And Ireland has prosecuted him based on a TV show from 2015 where he made some comments pretty much criticizing God as a character.
As a character?
Pretty much. He was saying that God was stupid, selfish, and quote, quite clearly a maniac.
Is he just reading the Bible like it's a fictional story and just like reviewing it online or something?
Well, it looks like it was an interview.
Yeah.
Called The Meaning of Life. It's got a bunch of hits on YouTube. Maybe I'll put a link in the description for you guys. It's an interesting interview. And he says things like that. God is still stupid, selfish, and quote, quite clearly a maniac. And he went on to say things like if he was asked if you were
confronted, I can relate.
Yeah, and he was asked if he was confronted by God, what would he say? And he said, "How dare you create a world in which there is no such misery? That is not our fault. It's not right, and it's utterly, utterly evil." And those are his words.
Preach.
Yeah, and so Ireland, because this did appear in Ireland, was prosecuting him for blasphemy.
Oh yeah.
Based on the Irish Constitution of what they call their defamation law. Defamation, if you don't know, is intentionally making somebody's character look bad.
Isn't it pronounced defamation? But I guess that's only if a deaf person does it or something.
I just want to see a conversation between him and Richard Dawkins. Like that.
I think
the reason why is because Richard Dawkins has freedom of speech and he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Apparently
Richard
not.
Dawkins has freedom of speech to an extent because the British laws, as far as I understand them, are freedom of speech.
Wait.
unless
Does
it's too
does he not live in the States, Richard Dawkins?
No,
I don't think
I
he
don't
does.
think so.
Okay, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think British freedom of speech laws is like close to our Canada ones because we have a little more restriction. Just being honest, but I think we have more restriction than the U.S. does. So, I don't think it's as bad as Ireland, but
Well, that's the good thing about this case, though. The charges were dropped. Somebody came to his defense. That person was
God.
God just comes down from the sky. Just like, nope, drop the charges. You better drop that right now. Nope.
Apparently,
This guy
there
can say what he wants.
is a god. God, wow, you guys got me all fucked up. There's a guy who here I'm seeing as Edna Kenny, who is the prime minister, and Mr. Adams, whoever Mr. Adams is. Oh, Gary Adams, who is listed as a Sinn Féin leader, whatever that means. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Maybe that's a type of God.
Adams urged Kenny to drop the charges, which were dropped.
Yeah.
And this law, the last prosecution for defamation, happened in 1855 in Ireland. So this is the first time since almost 100 years.
Oh boy.
No, over 100 years. Is that over 100 years? That is over 100 years.
I don't know. You're asking me about
Wait.
math and stuff.
Sorry, I zoned out. Give me the numbers again.
No,
1855 to now, that's over 100 years.
If it's from the 1800s, then yeah, of course that's over 100 years.
I had a brain fart. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, you know what? It's okay.
And-
Because I'm sure some people zoned out too. Maybe.
They probably have.
If they're looking at the same circles I am, then
Yeah. You're just looking at the avatars.
So, but as a result of this whole thing, it looks like they are looking into changing that law. So stuff like this can't happen again. So the stuff like being prosecuted for blasphemy can't happen again in Ireland. So yeah, he was prosecuted, which is a terrible thing because he was speaking his mind. Whether you agree with him or not, he still should be allowed to do that. And as a result of this whole thing, the laws look like they might be changing, which is always a good thing.
But another 100 years, it'll be illegal to talk about Christianity. Like
Let's see how far they go.
on the other side, it's just you just tell somebody go to church and you'll get arrested.
So you gotta be careful.
I've actually. I might get back to a story later, but yeah, carry on.
I thought you were gonna say something like, "Oh, I actually know that's happening pretty soon." It's like, "Oh shoot, it's already happening." You didn't tell us. I gotta be careful. I tell people to go to church. Then shoot, go to church.
Oh no!
Shoot.
It'll be illegal to pray. Just
Yeah.
if you get caught praying.
Yeah. Get pot putting your hands together.
I wasn't praying. I was putting lotion on.
Yeah. I wasn't. This is lotion.
What are you putting lotion on for? To masturbate.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, okay, go on your way.
Explain that one to the judge.
Oh, he can join if he wants. Netflix and chill. I don't care. I was using the lotion to masturbate. Okay, sir, go on your way. What were you using the lotion for? You better tell me. Do you want to talk to the nice cop? Hi, guys. Do you really want to deal with that?
Wait,
I don't.
well, I mean, if he's nicer than the other one, then sure. At least I won't feel too intimidated in a different way. So
I would feel intimidated in a good way, I think.
yeah.
I can't go to prison because that would be way too popular. Okay, so this is interesting.
Okay.
Okay. So
Is it interesting, or is this you're just saying that because we need to move on to the next
no,
story?
it is. I think it's interesting because hackers are fucking stupid.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So
Good thing
there's
no
a,
one's a hacker here.
there's a case where pirating pirates pirating pirates. That's my title for it.
Oh.
Some hackers were able to get a hold of the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie, Dead Men Tell No Tales. The movie hasn't been released yet, and hackers are holding it for ransom, telling Disney that if they don't pay them a large amount of money in Bitcoin, then they will release the movie in increments until the entire movie is released or until they are paid. Disney is working with the FBI and are refusing to pay. They have no suspects yet. It's hard to track hackers. But this is interesting because I'm wondering if Disney should pay them. Initially, I don't think they should.
Oh.
What do you think? Should Disney pay them?
I don't think. No, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think they should have hacked the thing in the first place. But I mean, it's already said and done. So that's a pretty tricky one. I wouldn't want to pay them. It's like, no, you took something. Like, why would you do that, man?
Oh yeah, and they did.
I stole something from you. Do you want to buy it back from me?
Yeah, that kind of mentality. It's like, no, nah.
I'm sure kidnapped children feel the same way.
How do they get it though? Well, I guess
I'm not
actually,
sure.
Hackers, man.
They're hackers.
That's how.
Well, according to this article, places like Disney have a fairly good security system, but they do work with smaller vendors that don't have as good security and may not have the funds to ensure their security. So it looks like they may have gotten to the movie through one of the smaller vendors, maybe like a movie theater or something like that.
Yeah, I've just got the next X-Men movie on this thumb drive here.
Yeah, right. And apparently they did the same thing with Orange is the New Black with Netflix, and Netflix refused to pay as well.
I mean, I remember a while ago, somebody said that the new Spider-Man movie was sort of leaked onto the internet. I looked for it. There's so many sites that just, you go to them and there's like, it shows the thumbnail of the video, but it doesn't actually play any video. I'm pretty sure I got a keylogger from that or something.
Probably, or you log in and it's just a movie theater video. Somebody holding a camera.
Yeah.
Which there are a lot of those. And
the weird thing is, like, I heard a YouTuber with hundreds of thousands of subscribers say that it was leaked. Like I thought just because somebody famous said it, that it must be true. But then I looked around and
you
like,
committed that fallacy. Oh
no.
The famous person said it, therefore it must be true. Shoot,
it's gotta be.
There's a famous person said it's like bunnies on the moon, therefore it's got to be true now.
Oh yeah, Trump's a famous person. He's also the president. He said he's going to bring all the jobs back from China.
Therefore,
Let's forget the fact that he has his jobs in China, but he's going to bring them back. Must be true.
Yeah, it must be true because he's famous.
Well, some channels sort of talk about news stuff, sort of like you guys do, and this guy just sort of had a really good track record. Otherwise,
he could have gotten some wrong information.
Yeah, even channels have good track records. Even channels have bad track records can sometimes have good information sometimes.
And we have no track record, so who knows where the fuck we are?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't trust anything I say. I've gotten some. I've gotten some fake news quite a few times, and I've just embarrassed myself on Facebook.
Fake news. Oh shoot! Better share this before we look at all the sources. And someone's like, Steve, you are aware this is like satire, right? It's like, no, no, it. Oh,
fucking Shannon proving me wrong.
Possibly. Yeah.
So, but I don't think.
Don't share anything from The Onion if you think it's true.
Oh, The Onion's
okay. I'm fully aware of that.
The Onion and Now this has a lot of problems too. They share a lot of kind of like appealing to emotions shit.
Yeah.
It's all stupid. It's
That's
stupid
like
shit.
that's like a lot of news stories that are coming out nowadays. There's quite a few appealing to emotions things, even from sources that people used to regard as like proper sources. You know, how many people
Yeah,
have been called fake news nowadays? It's ridiculous.
yeah. I can't respect that. I can't at all. I like TYT, the Young Turks, because if
I
they do it
don't.
at all, they do it very rarely. But they give a lot of information from a lot of different sides. So
I don't know. It seems like they're going more towards the super extreme liberal side, but that's just me, maybe.
I disagree because they've called out like Obama and Sanders on stuff before, man. Like there was something Sanders said, God, I can't remember what the fuck it was, and they blasted him for it. And they hated it. And then there's Secular Talk, who's I believe is an offshoot of TYT. I could be wrong.
They're an offshoot of it, but he has different opinions.
He does have different opinions, and he blasts both sides equally
Yeah.
all the time. You go through his feed; he's probably got like 6 videos on one side, 6 videos on the other side, just from the last week.
Oh yeah, see, middleman. I like that.
Just gotta go
He's the
through it and
middleman.
balance
I
it
like
out.
him.
Like I've got more videos on this side than this side, so I've got to do something for them.
You got to do, and of course, you got to do.
I don't want to sound biased. I have to make this perfectly even.
Which I think he tries to do. I think he tries to be fair.
Regardless of who's full of shit. And like,
Oh, man.
The
See,
most
you try
recent
to play
video that I
both
watched
sides.
from him. Well, the video I watched from him earlier today, I think it was, completely blasted the Democrats, and I'm sure he is a liberal. I think he said that. I could be wrong, but he completely blasted the Democrats today, and I agreed with him.
See, that's the thing. If you try to play both sides, though, you don't have any side. So when people say, like, when it's like the whole liberal bias versus conservative bias news, at least they're standing for something. You don't want to be one of those guys that's like, well, here's the thing. There's some new news that came out on Donald Trump. Well, I agree that it could be, true, but I also agree that it could be also false. But this, at the same time, it is true, but at the same time, it's false. I mean, how about you guys in the comments? You just make up your mind. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to piss off anybody. So,
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like at all that he would be doing that because, I mean, when he blasts, and he gives his honest opinion from what I can tell.
See, I don't have this issue. I only watch podcasts like this is what's good in gaming, this is what's good in movies, and pretty much the only real news is release dates. And the only way that could be wrong is if they get pushed back and stuff.
Yeah, but again, they're not really doing too much of a biased opinion on it. They just share, oh, this is happening, this is happening. But again, it's like that's news, but it's very bare bones news because you're not really sharing anything of your opinion.
I do like having
it's just
a personal opinion
with no opinion attached.
It is more important that you get the information, but I do like to hear what the commentator thinks about it.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I try to do.
Like Secular Talk.
I just need to be reminded that something's coming up. Otherwise I would have missed the Logan movie and all sorts of other stuff.
That was good. I saw that in theaters.
That was an excellent movie.
Logan. Yeah, that was pretty good. And this is coming from someone who doesn't even. I'm not even a huge superhero fan, really. I don't really care about the Marvel and DC stuff, but I was able to go into it without seeing the other Wolverine movies, and if I could enjoy it, then even other people who are non-superhero fans can enjoy it.
Oh yeah, it was very much a non-superhero movie that just happened to have a superhero in it.
Yeah, it kind of felt like a Western, didn't it?
A little bit, yeah. I don't even like Westerns at all.
You like this Western though, don't you? You might have to rethink that.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Maybe.
But
shoot, if you can enjoy this one,
yeah.
Just next
one. May I recommend Ridiculous 6? That's a joke.
I think I've seen that. Isn't that the one with Adam Sandler?
Yes, that's why I recommended it as a joke.
Taylor Lautner was funny as fuck in that movie.
It's like
I haven't seen it. I just saw Adam Sandler. I'm like, okay, that's shit.
I recommend 100 Ways to Die in the West. No, kidding.
That was a funny movie too. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
I recommend The Room or Birdemic. They're two funny. All of those movies are equally terrible. I don't even know what's the worst.
The Birdemic too.
Is there a second one?
Yes. Come on,
Oh my
man.
god.
The second one's even worse than the first one. You thought the first one was bad.
Ugh.
James Nguyen, you've done it again.
Well, let me
Yeah,
reel
this
things
is a
back a
certain
little bit, guys.
charm to it.
I want to say that Disney should not pay the hackers. And the reason I want to say that is because immediately after the movie is officially released anyway, it's going to be up online.
Oh yeah, well that's what
And
pirates not do.
they're I don't agree with people watching movies for free. I don't agree with downloading or a hack client or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's going to happen, and Disney
Neither.
isn't going to suffer a whole lot as a result. They're still going to make a shit ton of money. They deserve every penny that should go to them.
Yeah, I don't want them to pay the hackers. It's like, come on,
But
man.
I'm not going to pay the hackers if other hackers are going to have it in a couple days.
Yeah, it's like, okay, sure.
No,
I thought I heard you say I don't think they should pay the actors. I'm like, wait, what?
they should pay the actors. Johnny Depp is overpaid. That mustache looks fake.
He's already got enough money. Shit.
I mean,
I don't know, maybe this time they can just, do it for charity.
even if he is one of the greatest actors ever, because all of his characters are completely different from each other in every way, fuck him. He doesn't deserve money. Fuck, he can die.
No, not this time. No, of course we didn't say that. We said hackers, not actors.
Fuck hackers, man.
Sometimes, like what you said, they're gonna be up. It's gonna be up on like websites like the Pirate Bay and all that stuff,
Yeah.
So it's like
tomorrow.
How can you even win? Because you
can't.
can't. There's going to be someone who's always going to do like that piratey thing. You just hope that you can minimize the numbers by making it more convenient for people to get it legally.
Right.
That's what I think. That's a better business model. I mean, shoot, when Steam came out with all the different games that you can get with Steam, it's like that made things so much easier.
So much easier.
And then I think that might have minimized the whole.
And then you can download pretty much every game that PlayStation has from PS Network, and you could do the same thing on the Xbox. You don't have to go to the store.
Pretty soon it's more convenient to buy it legally than it is to pirate. I think that's a smarter business model instead of punishing people.
I do see that probably happening in the future, but personally, I like the movie theater experience, except for popcorn. Popcorn is of the devil and needs to get the fuck out of this world.
Oh, come on, man. Really? I like popcorn.
Miranda used to work in a movie theater, and she would come home smelling like popcorn, trying to get freaky. I said, bitch, you better get in that fucking shower.
Oh, man.
I ain't not having sex with a popcorn ball.
Oh, man, that's something we're going to have to disagree about, because, popcorn, that's like the best.
No, I can't stand. The smell of it is nasty. The taste of it is nasty. The little kernels get stuck in your fucking teeth. I can't.
Okay, that part I don't like. I hate that part.
I mean, I have had braces. I still have a retainer that I'm going to have to wear for the rest of my life. And yeah, that's.
Oh, yeah, popcorn. Yeah, it sucks. You go into the theater, popcorn getting stuck at you have like that feeling where it's like stuck at like the back of your mouth or whatnot, but you can't get it.
It's
I hate that.
In the back, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I can't reach there.
Oh.
I can reach it everywhere in my mouth.
And the worst part is that it's like even if you were to put your hands down there, trying to feel where it is, it's like you feel like it should be like bigger than it actually is, because your mouth makes it feel like it's bigger, but it's not. That could have been interpreted in many different ways. Take that out of context. Anyways.
I just like things in the back of my throat anyway.
Yeah, but not popcorn. Maybe you'll get used to popcorn.
I need to go get a burrito. Random thought. I'm just hungry. I haven't eaten since work yet.
You should have at least had something to eat. I got something before the show started.
I get home
about
a half hour before the show starts, usually. Today I got home a little bit earlier and joined CA.
God, you see what Kara said in the live chat?
What she said, or he said, is it he or she? I'm sorry, Kara.
I don't even know, because he could be one of those things where it's like he sounds like a male, but he identifies otherwise. But he basically says, to be fair, Click with Adam Hitler, Sandler was very emotional.
I disagree. That movie sucked. That movie was
I was waiting for someone to say, what?
Every Adam Sandler movie that I watched that I liked, I usually liked because of the other dude, whatever his name is. That guy is funny as hell. You know who I'm talking about? Rob Schneider. That motherfucker is funny. You can do it.
But yeah, sorry, not everybody agrees about the whole Adam Sandler movie collection thing. That's a debate topic to have. Shoot.
Kara wants to know what this is about because they're too stoned to understand anything. And apparently, he's a female with a penis. Join the club, Kara. So am I. If only they knew how literal I was being. We're just talking about news stories, mate. We're just having fun with them. We're telling. I want to get to important opinions
Okay,
about
well,
it, but
go
jokes are
ahead.
fun too.
Go ahead, man.
Hey, you go ahead, man. If I want to go ahead, I'll go into prison where I'll always have to go ahead, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but no.
I would always have
Do you really
protection.
want to go there? Do you really want to go there? You sure you would want like some more treatment that's a little more gentle?
That's interesting because that actually has something to do with one of our later news stories.
Okay. Well, might as well say it's a good segue. Not very
well,
it's a little funky, but
I want to save that one for last because I think it's the most important.
Because he's going to get arrested for it, and he'll end up in jail.
You want to kind of say that one for last,
guys. I just set a hospital on fire. I did it.
It was. I probably did.
The only comment I could see in this box here is the one that I put up before the show started. So, I mean, are we looking at the same thing?
I don't think so. I don't think so. If we are, then
Kara said, "I thought Click was emotional because that piece of shit Sandler came back to life." That's a good point.
I want to see what Kara said. I want to see it with my own eyes. Where is this?
You should have the live chat here. Let me see if I don't know if this will work for you, but we'll find out. Here, let's do this real quick. Where are you? There you are. Here in the side chat for you, Stevie. In the side chat for you, Stevie. That should be a link to the live chat.
Yeah, and then you can see what's going on.
Yep.
Okay.
And while he's doing that, I'm going to move on to our next story, which involves Trump.
Oh no!
I know I introduced him in the same way last time, but there's really you
This is the part where we lose half our viewers, even if it's the ones that aren't showing up as a number.
Yeah, you can't say it seriously. It's just he's a fucking jackass.
You can say it seriously, but
you can if you're a fucktard. But here, this is kind of a multi-layered story, so give me a second here. Okay. So we all know that Comey, we mentioned this last week.
Are we going to put like a trigger warning?
What?
Are we not going to put like a trigger warning before we talk about Trump?
Fuck trigger warnings, man. If they're easily offended, they shouldn't be watching. Okay.
Okay.
So Comey was investigating both Trump and Michael Flynn.
Whatever warning for you.
Michael Flynn is. For their ties to Russia, right? And Trump came to Comey a couple of weeks ago and asked him, apparently politely, to stop investigating Flynn, which right there is what is it? That is obstruction of justice. Okay.
Oh,
he's
even if he asked nicely.
It's still obstruction.
It's like, can you please not do that?
Okay.
It kind of gets me stressed, Maybe you can do some sort of surveillance on someone else.
Exactly right. And the funny thing is, a year ago when Comey was investigating Obama and Hillary Clinton, Trump was praising him, saying he's doing good work. We're going to find out the truth. Right now, he went back and blasted him for those same things. So you stuck your nose in things where it didn't belong. It's like, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. Pick a spot and stay in it. And so because Comey didn't back off, and because Comey is now investigating Trump, Trump fires Comey. Okay, which is highly suspicious and is, again, obstruction of justice. Okay. Now, the very next day after he fires Comey for investigating him and his ties to Russia,
yeah,
Trump welcomes a Russian foreign minister and ambassador into the White House. His name escapes me. Yeah, his name escapes me. And gave him classified information that he was not supposed to give him. This classified information was so classified that it was restricted even within the United States government because it's from another nation. It's from another party. I'm not going to say nation because it might not have been a government.
Yeah,
that gave us this. Go ahead.
There wasn't even people from the States in that room. It was just Trump and the Russian guys. And then the next day, like, since people were all freaking out about this, Putin said that he'll release the transcripts of what happened in there. And now people are all pissed again because, you know, they don't trust that hasn't tampered with them and whatnot.
Man,
Exactly.
It seems to be this big issue
And
of trust around here.
According to Trump, and according to, what is his name? It just says US official here.
Putin.
Extreme liberals probably hear that. According to Trump, that means the wrong opinion.
Yeah, well, according to Trump and a U.S. official whose name is not being given to me at the moment, who is familiar with the matter, both confirmed that they gave this information to them.
Ew.
Which is not, and this information again is from a third party, may not be a nation, it might be a nation, regarding the radical Islamic State or ISIS. That the third party did not give Trump information to give to Russia. He did not. They didn't give him permission to give it to them. You understand what I'm saying? So that is treason. That's betraying our allies, which I don't know if that's illegal or not, but that could severely hurt us in the fight against ISIS. Okay, so now as a result of all of this, Representative Al Green of Texas, he is a Democrat for the House of Representatives.
Okay,
has given the first official appeal to impeachment of the President of the United States.
All right.
Because I know a lot of people don't know what impeachment is, so I'll explain it as best as I can in brief.
Yeah, before we started, Stevie wanted to know what impeachment meant because he didn't understand the.
And I was waiting
on.
now.
We didn't want to have to say that.
That's okay.
That's okay.
A lot of people know
okay, Stevie, it's okay.
A lot of people think
because I don't know what impeachment means either.
There we go.
And that's exactly why it's okay to ask. A lot of people think that impeachment means that the president is removed from office, and that's not the case. Impeachment
nothing to do with peaches.
It has nothing to do with peaches unless you want it to be.
I want it to be.
Although Trump does look like a giant moldy peach.
You know,
so what an impeachment is, it's a document put together by the House of Representatives and then voted on. All it says is that we would like the president
make this about actual peaches. Just
it's got to be about peaches now.
Just drop this all together.
No,
okay, it's a document or the House of Representatives. I'm sorry, the House of Peaches get together to try and to call for an investigation into a legal investigation into the president of the United States, the preach of the United States.
Totally into peaches, man.
And so what Al Green wants to do is he wants to put together a document that calls for the impeachment of Donald Trump, which is basically calling for action against him. If that gets voted through, then the Senate will have a hearing to see whether or not he is innocent or guilty. If he is found innocent, he is still impeached, but he will still be president of the United States because he wasn't found guilty. If he is found guilty, he's impeached, but at the moment he still holds office, because then it goes to the Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court will decide what the punishment will be, which can be and usually is removal from office.
If he was impeached before, he won't be anymore because he's going to be impeached.
He would be impeached. He would no longer be a peach. It would just be the pit. Now, so this is, I think, fantastic. Secular Talk made a video on this I watched earlier today where he said this is awesome. If they had said impeachment a week ago, he would have called him out and called him stupid. I kind of agree. I think Trump has done a few impeachable things in the past,
Yeah.
including treason.
So what's gonna happen if he's removed from office? I mean,
Pence.
Do you guys,
I said
do you
we.
guys- yeah, like you're part of the American
Yeah, it
culture.
feels like it because we keep hearing about it all the time.
Don't lose your identity, man. We're
Yeah,
in Canada.
no.
Don't
What do they do?
don't
Just
this.
have another election on the spot then?
No, our vice
There's-
president takes over, which
Mike
could be
Pence.
worse.
Okay, and who is that? Because I
You know
That
what?
is Mike Pence.
Leave Donald Trump alone, because do you really want Mike Pence on be your president? I don't think so.
Well, this and that's the hard issue.
You guys keep doing that, and you know that could happen.
I don't want Pence to be president either. However, and he could end up being worse. He could be better. If he is better, it's only ever so slightly. But the thing is, whether or not Pence would be better or worse, I would still want Trump to be impeached because it is a matter of truth and a matter of law. He broke the law. He should be impeached. That's all there is to it. Now, I do agree with what Secular Talk said in his video, where he said, this is great and all, but we need to hear the Democrats on the important issues. Like Bernie Sanders has a bill for a single-payer health system, and he has no sponsors. He's by himself on that, and he specifically called out Elizabeth Warren. He said, Elizabeth Warren, where the fuck are you? Which I agree with. Elizabeth Warren should be right on top of that bill. So it's like, it's great to hop onto the impeach Trump bandwagon, which should happen, but we need the Democrats to be more vocal about these bigger issues. Single payer health system.
Yeah, gotta be more vocal. You gotta quit worrying about all the latest games and phone apps and all that. You gotta start thinking about the things that matter, man. While you're focusing too much on your entertainment and you don't vote, you let stuff like this happen.
I wasn't listening. I just noticed that the timestamps on our group chat here, the one that I put up before the show, it says 9:41. The one that you put up there after that, just recently, it says 9:17. We literally just went back in time according to this group chat.
That's interesting. I do have that ability.
That's the goal here. Can we move on to peaches yet?
We already talked about the peaches, man.
It's so interesting.
Do you guys have any further opinions on that? Because I don't know what else I could say on it.
Further opinion on that is that America be crazy, man.
America is fucking crazy. We're behind.
We don't live there.
So what happens if Pence gets impeached as well?
That's the likelihood of a president.
I said we again.
Well, man, what are you doing? You're turning into American.
No, if I remember correctly,
vice president.
No, if I remember correctly, the Speaker of the House gets it, which would be Paul Ryan.
Oh,
is he worse?
Which would be better than Pence and Trump, but he's still pretty bad.
But what happens if he gets impeached too?
Yeah, we gotta make a list.
There is actually a
how far do we gotta go down this list before we get someone decent?
Yeah.
Well, right now we have a Republican minority in the government, so it's going to be a while.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be a while.
So I
think after
the wait till like the vice president gets elected.
I think after the Speaker of the House is the Senate Majority Leader, and I could be wrong on that. I don't know who that is at the moment. I mean, I knew at one point in time, but I'm not sure. But the likelihood of a president
is literally a peach.
Well, he is pretty peach looking.
Let's say orange.
With a fucked up hairdo. Like I was doing some games with some buddies at work, and those old Whose Line games. You guys are familiar with that show? Whose Line is it anyway?
No.
Well, there's a game on there called Hoedown where they have to make up a rhyming song on the spot about a specific topic, and they gave me the president, and I said something on the lines of, I like Bernie Sanders. He's something about the size of his Trump's hands, and then at the end I said Bernie might have some crazy hair, but at least it's fucking real. And But
that's where being a rapper helps.
Yeah, you should do that. Just Thaddeus, do it live right now.
No, there's a difference between
he
being a
doesn't
rapper
know
and
the
a
turn tune.
freestyle person.
Thaddeus, do rap on the spot about peaches.
I just said I can't freestyle.
Oh, okay, sorry. You know,
I mean, I could try, but it'll probably turn out really terrible and it won't be an accurate representation of my skills.
do it later then. Just edit something together later. Upload it to your channel.
Just say a
no.
bunch of random words into a mic and then edit them into a rap.
if you
Isn't that how Jay-Z does it?
I guess.
Hey,
I don't know. I don't listen to
Yeah, if you upload a rap about peaches, I will subscribe to your channel.
If you upload a rap about peaches, that's
And I will share it
get
on
billion
Facebook and
views
Twitter.
overnight. A billion overnight, I guarantee it.
Nah, man.
Maybe 1 million at best.
You have too much faith about peaches.
What does the show come into, man? We're only 2 episodes in. We're doing a whole segment on peaches. What the fuck?
Yeah, of course, man. Because peaches are the best.
Peaches are the best. You know, apparently, and I could be wrong on this, but apparently peaches are not fruits.
Get out.
Apparently they're nuts.
Kara said in the
Okay,
side chat,
now,
okay,
come
guys,
back in. Come back in. This is going somewhere.
There's a good thing in the side chat.
What's going on?
Kara's like, okay, guys, which would you rather?
This better be
The
good. We're
president
talking
of
about
the USA being Hitler or Trump?
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good question right there. I think I would have to say Trump because Trump is a fucking moron, and Hitler was Trump was a fucking moron, and Hitler was a genius. So I don't think I would want that.
what?
Stevie.
He was a fucking genius. No, he may have done some terrible fucking shit, and I disagree with practically everything he did. But he was a genius. He was a smart motherfucker. He knew exactly how to get himself in the office. Trump is just a moron who appealed to the dumbasses in this country.
They literally, I've said literally 3 times in this podcast now.
Scaring away our audience.
Okay. There was a time when he was at a tavern or something.
A tavern?
Long time ago.
Like, what is this?
I don't know.
Medieval times?
What the fuck?
It was
in Ireland. Oh, that's
just go with it. But yeah,
Okay,
he heard about Mussolini just sort of taking over like overnight or something. So he tried to do the same thing. He just ran out drunk and tried to take over. Like, I don't know if he was by himself or with a couple of his buddies, but he got arrested because he's being an idiot. Just trying to single-handedly take over the country by force. They teach that in our like grade 11 social studies. I might have it totally wrong, but
you might have butchered that like extremely. But I'm sure you had good intentions.
Well,
there's something about that. Yeah.
Who, Hitler?
Yeah.
Well,
his first attempt at taking over the country was an embarrassment for himself. He was just some drunk guy who got thrown in jail.
See, that's why I say things like morality is subjective, because to Hitler, his plan made perfect sense and was the right thing to do. We disagree with him, but he thought he was doing
killing
the right
all
thing.
the Jews just made sense.
Yeah.
So
and does anybody have the video up? The live video?
The video of him
feed.
killing all the Jews?
Really?
No, does anybody have the live feed up right now?
Yes.
How far are we in?
Well, we're almost at the end. Like, we usually end in like an hour, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So, like, what's the last story?
Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and get into that. This is the most important one, I think.
Oh, the most important one. I was gonna better make it juicy.
Now, this is some more American news for you Canadians. Have you guys heard of?
Can we just get back to peaches being nuts? I want to hear more about that.
Have you guys heard of Chelsea Manning?
No. Maybe. Oh, wait. Is that something to do with WikiLeaks?
Yes. Good on ya.
Yes.
Chelsea Manning was arrested 7 years ago for releasing military information to WikiLeaks. She tried to first go to the reporters about it. She went to, I think, Washington Post and a couple of other places, and they wouldn't take it. She was arrested for this. What she discovered and what she leaked was the fact that military personnel were in Iraq back during their first Iraq War, the mid 2000s, were killing people, killing innocent people who may or may not have been reporters. And to cover it up, they would call in an airstrike. So they were killing innocent people and then killing more innocent people to cover it up. So, and that was a big deal. We had a deal with Iraq at the time that let us stay there to help fight the Al Qaeda.
How about the weapons of mass destruction?
Those never existed, please. And because of the leak, Al Qaeda said, "No, you guys got to get the fuck out of the country." So that's why American troops were taken out of the country. Okay. Chelsea. So those troops were never prosecuted. The people involved were never prosecuted. Instead, for leaking the information, Chelsea Manning was prosecuted. And she was prosecuted for two things. The first, which she was convicted for, I don't remember what it was. But the second, which is bizarre, was aiding the enemy, giving the enemy information, which is stupid, fucking stupid. So she was put in prison. Her sentence was for 35 years, and she only served 7 years. And she got released 2 days ago, I think. And as a result of Obama saying, "Get her the fuck out of there." Okay. And this is where it gets even more bizarre. This is people like TYT are calling her an American hero. We just talked about him. Secular Talk kind of called her a hero, an American hero, and I have to agree with them, and this is why. In the middle of the prosecution, before she was sentenced, she was Bradley Manning. She bravely came out as just a transgender woman. In the middle of all this, knowing exactly what she was going to face as a result. And she did that. And while she was in prison, she was tortured, she was beaten, she attempted suicide twice. She would be forced to strip naked and then spend solitary confinement while naked. Solitary confinement I have a bunch of problems with already.
Of course.
So she was super mistreated. Obama found out and transferred her to a different prison that apparently treated her better. They were also denying her the medication that would allow her to transition properly. I believe they were also forcing her to be in the man's section of the prison, or if it was just a male prison, which isn't good for a transgender person. She's lucky she wasn't killed.
All right. So
way back, like when he first started talking about this person, like as soon as he said she, I thought back to Kara's comment, like, "I'm a transgender, so I'm a female with a penis." Yeah. I was about to ask, just randomly out of the blue, did she have a penis? Turns out she does.
Wow.
Well,
so topical, Stevie.
A penis is none of your business, really.
So topical, Stevie.
I know it's not.
But the bottom line is that she came out as trans. This is the more important part of the story to me. I mean, it's highly important that she released the information. It's important that this information gets seen. Those people should have been and should still be prosecuted for it, which they're not. And it's important that she was able to get out of jail. It's stupid as fuck that she was placed in prison in the first place. But the fact that she was brave enough to come out as transgender, knowing everything that she was going to face as a result, before the transgender thing started becoming mainstream and becoming talked about more often. I mean, forgive the term, but the balls on this girl. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, she's fucking amazing. I did tweet out to her for a comment, and she did not reply.
I understand like the penis thing is off limits, but I guess we can safely assume she at least has balls.
Wait.
In a manner of speaking, sure.
Her balls are incredible. Is that what you tweeted to her? Because I know whether she did reply.
Balls.
So I asked her. I told her I'm running the show. We're going to be talking about you. We were wondering if you would like to have a comment. I didn't get a reply.
Of course not.
No big deal.
Because
I could probably get like a few people to, well, maybe not like famous people, but interesting people onto this podcast if you want.
Well, I mean, they're famous-ish.
Well, there is somebody who I would like to bring onto the show, just to interview, and that would be Aaron Raw, because he is running for state senate in Texas, which is a big thing to do for an atheist.
I was able to interview Aaron Raw on my old channel.
Mm-hmm. And since
Why-
then, he began running for state senate, and I would like to interview him about that process because being an atheist in Texas is a big deal. Running as an atheist in Texas is a huge fucking deal, and I'm sure he's probably facing all kinds of adversity as a result.
Yeah.
Odds are he probably won't win, which will suck because I think he would do good in his field, especially since he is a fairly political person.
And
Why can't
when
he just not say his religion? Can't he just
No, I think it's important for
Keep that
people to
to
know that
himself.
he's an atheist.
Huh.
Why
I think it
would
is
that
important to
matter?
know.
It has nothing to do with his job.
I think it does because there is too much religion in American politics, and he wants people to know that he's going to be keeping it out.
Interesting. That's an interesting take on it.
I think people are justified in not wanting him in there if he's going to actually do things that affect religion.
Yeah, and what? Yeah, I mean, like,
He's not going to be doing things that affect religion. He's just not going to be using religion as an excuse for the shit he does,
okay,
which is
yeah.
super fucking honest. If I were in Texas, I'd vote for him.
Yeah. If you ever want a show where we get a whole bunch of dislikes, I mean, Stevie can attest to this with my old channel. Do an all 1 hour hangout about the flat Earth and how it's stupid.
Dude,
You will get a bunch of views and a bunch of bad
Oh,
publicity.
See, I don't want to
Shit.
just talk about the
Did
flat
people
Earth.
actually
I would want a
watch that?
specific topic about it.
You could do at least.
Yeah. I thought that wasn't the one that I was on, right?
No.
Okay. I was very tired and my internet
No,
was
No. You're good, man. I'm pretty sure you weren't on it. I don't know. Shit, it was a long time ago. That's
I
the
don't
old
want to be
channel.
on either.
That's old news, man. I'm talking about what happened with the old channel. Now, this is different.
So let me
I
ask
don't
you
remember
guys.
everything.
Let me ask you guys real quick.
Wait,
What?
can I ask
Would
you?
you-
Can I request something for
What?
next podcast? Just
Sure.
can you please bring something like from our own country rather than just going on and on about what the states are doing?
I would if I knew anything from your country. I told Trill, you guys are
Wait,
free
are
to
you-
bring me
Yeah,
stories.
bring Canadian stuff. So I
you
actually
can
make
bring
it
me
interesting.
stuff, and I'll
I will
consider
bring
it,
you
yeah.
stuff next week.
Dude, bring some
Yeah.
stuff
Are you
related
not
to-
from
We
Canada
have-
yourself?
Trill and I have a meeting every Wednesday.
Yeah, we just end up talking a lot more politics stuff than I would like. It'd be nice if we had like one politics story and then we can move on to something that's a little more like
I agree.
entertainment-wise, like into gaming or something. Dude, you're the gaming guy. You can bring some gaming news, man.
I agree. This was just
Stevie?
the big news for this week, and that's why I decided to cover
Yeah.
these stories.
And then maybe
I
I'll
mean, I
find
can-
like some funny news stories so that way we can have a laugh too. I don't want the whole thing to be serious.
I've never.
Of course.
I don't think I've heard about anything Justin Trudeau has done since he was elected.
And you know why?
Like, everybody
You know
was so
why?
hyped on it, and
Why?
then just
because he's not Trump.
Exactly right.
People don't seem to have the same amount of dedication to
You guys have a single payer healthcare system, don't you?
I don't
A
know.
what?
A single payer, free healthcare for all.
we
kind of
got,
system.
we got universal
Yeah.
healthcare.
Yeah. See, you guys have nothing going on. You guys are
There's nothing going on. I
You
wouldn't
guys
say
are
nothing.
good. You guys are good.
I wouldn't say nothing.
Are the Alaskans coming onto your territory over there? Trying to cross that border?
By next week, we'll probably have found something really big that's going on. We just weren't paying attention.
Shoot,
That's
there might
Canada
still
for
be
you.
some news stories about Trudeau. I just haven't looked into it.
Well, look into it. That's your job,
not
motherfucker.
even-
I don't want it to
not
always
even-
be politics, though. You bring the politics. I'll bring something
You-
else.
I'm gonna bring the politics and the religion, and maybe some
Ah.
gaming because I do like games too.
I don't know. Stevie's really big on the gaming, so he can definitely do that.
I haven't really been playing a lot. You know what? I do pretty much everything on a PC. My newest console is a GameCube.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
He finally got the GameCube.
My newest console is a PS3, so I'm not that far ahead of you.
Well, someone's finally caught up with the times.
I know.
I mean,
Well, shoot,
but
GameCube came out.
PS3 came out in like this millennium. So
I am trying to get my gaming channel set up, so I will be getting a PS4 hopefully next month.
Yeah,
We'll
man.
see how that goes.
dude, just
Good on you
make
for
something
keeping up with
big.
Nintendo's quote unquote latest console.
I think there's some great potential for Nintendo as a result of that console.
I wish I could just like post a picture. I wish I could just edit this and just like put a picture here. Cause
I can recommend some good GameCube games because that was like my console for a good part of my growing up. So
I have a good example of how shitty Nintendo's consoles are compared to the rest of them.
Play the Metroid Prime series. I'm serious.
Ugh.
Play it.
Come on, man. Time. How long is it to play through?
It's a pretty long game because it's a little more exploration based, but if you ever have the time, it's something you can kind of pop in, and it's not separated level by level, so there's like little save points that you can save at. So I mean, you'll get the game done like gradually, a bit at a time.
Like Skyrim.
It's not like
I have a map of the sky.
It's not like the game doesn't have an ending.
Map on my wall. I've never even played it.
That's a great game.
I don't know
that
the
game
first
was
thing
an
about
instant
it.
classic.
You won't be able to play Metroid Prime 3 because that's a Wii title, but Metroid Prime 1 and 2, those are GameCube games. If you can, get them. I like them growing up.
Dude, Stevie, do you play Minecraft?
I think they are really good with what they do as far as exploration goes. And
Stevie,
yeah,
no,
you don't play Minecraft.
I mean, I played it a little bit with a friend once.
Damn it!
Come on, man.
I mean, making dicks out of blocks is only fun for so long.
I actually did that.
Everyone has, and that's like all you do.
I did one. What?
Someone in the live chat saying to add you, like one in the live chat is saying that he wants to add you like on Google Plus or whatnot because he wants to talk about something.
and then they say not really because I'm stoned. Well, Kara, I think I might already have you added, but I'll check.
Yeah, someone knows about Metroid Prime series. Someone knows what's up.
Well, guys, I know
Metroid is like a great franchise and stuff. I just never got into it.
Yeah, that's like here. I don't really like all the other Nintendo stuff. I'm not a big fan of Mario and all that stuff or Zelda, but Metroid I can enjoy.
God damn it!
For some
reason,
they're
all awesome. I made the shit out of Samus for a while in Super Smash Brothers. Yeah. Melee is the best.
Well, guys, I'm going to end this episode but before I do, Trill, I have to apologize to the audience because I got some information wrong last week.
Oh, okay.
That I have to correct. I was wrong.
Oh, no.
Are you ready?
What?
For me to be wrong?
The peaches aren't nuts.
No.
Oh,
that was it.
The My Little Pony movie. The My Little Pony movie doesn't come out in September. It comes out in October.
Oh.
So
God damn it! I gotta wait another
calendar. That is going to be a good movie. I guarantee it.
In other news, the Earth is a sphere and it'll photosynthesize.
Well, actually, it's more like
just more oval. Right. Yeah, it's more like a disc.
Okay, it's more like a sphere than a disc, but yeah, it's in the middle, leaning towards a sphere.
I don't know. Didn't Neil deGrasse Tyson say it was pear-shaped or something?
Maybe it's shaped like a Coke bottle.
Maybe it's a golf ball. Maybe there's just craters all around it, and just that's why you could see the horizon from really far away in some places.
What if it's actually just a giant dick?
Then just maybe Minecraft was based off of something. I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Well, anyway, I'm going to leave you guys here. Thank you all much for watching. Links to all of our social media is in the description.
You should put links to some of the news stories too, like where you get your information from. That's
yeah,
so important.
I will. I'll try to link some videos and stuff. But thank you all very much for watching. If you liked it, give that like button a tickle, please.
I don't know we're so close to the end here, but they just
subscribe.
Yeah, follow my channel as well. Like I'm gonna be starting my own podcast eventually too. It's not gonna be live, but it's gonna have like editing thrown into it. There's gonna be reference pictures. A lot of the pauses are gonna be cut out.
If you want to hear my rap music, search me up as Young Trillium on social media.
And look out for my next video on the Psychic Twats and my announcement for the new channels.
I'm probably not gonna start this for like another year, but just subscribe in advance. I'm gonna be doing some fun stuff until then as well. Like I'm trying to
fun stuff. He promises. There's nothing there yet, but
Nothing.
no, there's quite a bit of stuff. I have almost 50 videos,
okay.
mostly League of Legends related content. Right now I'm working on a League of Legends video. It's like a ton of stuff packed into one thing. I just try to get it all out of the way so I can move on to other things.
Okay.
Projects
yeah,
and projects.
you know what? I'll explain more of that in the next podcast. I didn't know we were running out of time here, but I'll elaborate on that more later. Just check
It's
it out.
only an hour-long show, man. Stick with it, man.
Half the podcasts I watch go longer than that every single time.
Well, I don't have that kind of time. I got a lot of YouTube shit to do.
Yeah.
Yet Thaddeus here has the time to go through all of Metroid.
Hey, no, actually not all the time, because sometimes I do stuff.
It's like, oh shit, I beat the game. I guess what am I gonna do now? I guess I'm just gonna play it again.
Who's this GB guy in
I don't
the
know.
chat?
He's your good
Who's
buddy.
Alex?
That's what that
I don't
sounds
know
for.
who that is.
Good buddy. All right. Well, thank you guys much for watching again. Tickle that like button. And
Yeah.
we'll see you all next week. Thank you. Later.
Okay.
That's me tickling the like button.